Hey everyone, welcome back. Icon here. Thanks so much for checking out another episode of Esports Analysis. In today's video, you guys have been asking for it, so I'm going to give it to you. We are hopping on board with OCTANE as he and a group of other randoms go to battle in a matchup of 10's. So most notably on his team, he also has Shotzi, he has Zuma, he also has Rated. And then on the other squad, the big names are really Wuskins is on there, METHODZ is on there, you have Saints, you have, there's a couple other ones, I'm not sure off the top of my head. Oh, Kismet and Saints, those were the two that I'm missing. So we are playing on the map Gunrunner, we are playing hardpoint, and at the moment, it looks like OCTANE's team has already won the battle for the P2 spawns. So just to kind of put things into perspective, as we look in the top right hand corner, there will be a mini map that I'll draw on from time to time. So at the moment, as we're about to rotate from P1 to P2, this is where OCTANE is set up, and his job really is just to watch this cone right here. So if he can just watch this area of the map, as long as nobody comes through that right-hand side, his teammates have this left-hand lane and the middle lane. So as long as he doesn't let anybody push up through this right-hand side of the map, as it rotates from P1 back to P2, they're going to be able to get the majority of the time. So right now, as we are rotating back, you can see that this is what OCTANE does so much differently. So not only does he hold down spawns, like you see most of the time, he's the one that's rotating earlier. He's the one that's locking down lanes, just like that. He's getting kills on the flanks, but he's not afraid to hop inside the hard point. And that's something that's different from a lot of other top ARs. You'll see Formal do it every once in a while. There's a couple others, but OCTANE is so good. You can see right now with 20 seconds left, he's on his way towards rotations. But if you go back and you look at some of the stats from previous CDLs, especially not necessarily CDL at LA, but the one that they were in before that, I don't remember. I think they missed Atlanta. I think it was London. If you go back and look at the stats from London, his hill time was insane. It was like multiple minutes. Like he averaged like 2 minutes per map in hill time. And that's just something that kind of sets him apart. So not only is he slaying with the best, but he's also not afraid to get in like he is right now and do the dirty work. So we have since transferred from P2 over to P3, and you can see that his teammates are trying to push out that back spawn. So let's just kind of go ahead. Let's draw on the map what they're doing right there. They were spawning here by Cole. So they pushed up into P3 and they were able to get that time. Now, you don't want to stop there, however, because as it rotates to P4 and to P5, you want to have this back spawn. So you want to try the best you can do to get that back spawn. Not only is it beneficial for P3, and P4 is kind of a toss-up, but especially as it rotates back to P5, those shots are so nasty from him right there. But as it rotates back to P5, that's where you want to be. You can easily max out all 60 of those seconds if you have that location. And you can see nice shots there from Wuskins to finish that kill. But you can see already it's 82 to 18. Nobody has control of P4, but my guess would be here in just a second, OCTANE's team is going to be able to take this over. Wow. Wuskins is frying. Wuskins is also a really high point in the CDL this year. Not sure just how many people expected him to be playing at the level that he's playing at, but he is absolutely, he's been playing really well, so good for him. A little bit of some trouble here for OCTANE's team as this is about to rotate from P4 to P5. He's exactly where you don't want to be, right? When we just drew on the graphic a couple seconds ago, we said you don't want to be on that side of the map. You want to be back in P5. So, man, good kills again from Kismet. So the last like 40 seconds or so, if you've been watching, you've probably noticed that most of the things have gone against OCTANE and his team. But you don't see that in the score, right? They're still up by 70. We'll see how they do breaking this hill. Most teams elect to hit those kills right in the middle, so hit those choke points. And then here, let me show you real quick. Every once in a while, I like to stop the video and just kind of show you on screen. But if OCTANE's team is coming from P3 side over there and the enemy team is coming from Woods, then a lot of teams like to, like you see OCTANE doing, he's going through boxes, but a lot of their SMGs were coming middle or through pipes and then going middle. Because if you can win these gun battles in this range, then not only can you overtake the site, but then you can also continue to push out. And if you can start getting kills up in here, now all of a sudden you're going to have complete control on the left-hand side of the map. So that's kind of what they're doing at the moment. It's really weird to see. So 10's is a little bit different because your strategies might not be 1,000% like it is when you're playing with your base team. But you can see that they were successful in overtaking the hill time. They're going to get that kill. So my guess would be they have spawns. They have the last 30 seconds here. And as it's about to rotate from P5 back to P1 on the second set of rotations, you can see Rated, Shotzzy, Zuma, everybody in the kill feed. They're absolutely slaying out at the moment. So now is about the time with 15 seconds left. You could expect them to start rotating from this side of the map, trying to get P2 spawn so that they're ahead of the game. And right now, this is the scoreboard for me is a little bit shocking because to be up by 100, most of the time you are always controlling spawns. You're always, you kind of have the enemy team spawn trapped back on their side of the map, and we haven't really seen that, right? It was a struggle from P3 to P4 to P5. It wasn't until the last 30 seconds of P5 that they actually had control of that back side of the map. So this is a little bit interesting to me just to see, because it doesn't seem like OCTANE's team is really controlling the game as much as they are. But nonetheless, it's happening. And this is the other part. There's 30 seconds left on P1. It does look like there's a green arrow that snuck back behind. So you can see right there a green dot on your screen. There is somebody behind. Nice job of Wuskins, but he just got taken out by Classic. So Classic got that kill. He traded out Wuskins, and that's why you can see that OCTANE's team now has this spawn. And my guess would be that this is going to start to turn pretty poorly for their opponents. Nice kill there. I'll tell you what, with about 2 seconds left of this current hill, as it's about to rotate back from P1 to P2, this is normally the time when I'm breaking down scrims that I like to listen in and hear exactly what they're talking about strategy-wise. This is a really nice spot from OCTANE. So now he's not up top AC. He's down a little bit trying to control that right-hand side of the map. He got pushed by Enabled, which was traded out by Shotzzy, but no big deal. So back to my original point. Let's go ahead. Let's listen in a little bit. Let's hear exactly what they're talking about as we get ready to rotate.
Back left. Back left, then he's in pocket.
No one left, no one left, no one left.
I front.
Here he comes,
In front. There's one
in the roto.
Hardpoint contested.
I mean, old.
It's actually really weird to be listening into this and not really hearing any communications. It's totally different from when you're watching team scrims.
Went to the tracks, he's flanking water or something. Stop.
I got 2 off.
OCTANE is just nasty. Those kills are so insane.
Eagle eyes, brother.
Boxes, kids, on new by himself,
Didn't hit
kids.
all.
I spawned front. I might be behind one.
What are dead?
Should all be green and shit.
I'm pitching in half on.
I got time, you can keep pushed out.
Oh, you're pinching this.
Okay.
Two boxes.
2 boxes.
What the fuck, you? 3 boxes.
Hey, down.
Stun to me, stun boxes on me. He slid across, he's gonna try to contest the steps. I'm flash. I'm getting naded out in my mind. I'm fucking quad naded, dude. Holy shit.
I'm pinching.
Are we running a second trophy?
Yeah,
Zuma flank,
I
bitch.
two-naded the absolute shit out of you. Hold up. They have a trophy, never mind, we're good.
It's so weird to hear these communications just because it's so different. It's a lot of just like, hey, this happened to me, I got naded, I got flashed out of my mind, stuff like that. It's a lot of those types of communications rather than, hey, let's make sure we're rotating, let's make sure we're flanking, we're watching the left-hand flank. So it's a lot of just what's happening to them instead of based on strategy, which is really interesting to see. And also, they're still turned up. It's just like there's like streaks of like 7 or 8 seconds of dead time, which is really weird because you never see something like that in an actual scrim.
Coming to help you, Sam. Okay. I'm flashed, I'm stunned,
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I don't know what's going on. Yo, he's outside open, outside open.
Dead. What the? I'm alive. I'm dead. Green alley.
Someone deep green alley.
Get the time, bro. Get the time. Get the time.
Get the fucking time, man.
Oh,
all right.
I'm gonna die going for it. I'm gonna die going for it.
Just stay
Alpha one shot. Going green ramp.
Their whole team is green ramp.
Green ramp.
Holy shit. Let's go, Nick. Good discipline, bro.
I wonder if they'll be able to finish this here or if it's going to go ahead and rotate back to P5.
Rock.
Do it all.
Good.
then it just got
Looks like
fucking
even
put
so,
down.
it's not going to matter. Yeah, if you look at the green arrows on the minimap, they're popping up over towards P5. So the enemy team did end up pushing over towards P4, but it's not going to make much of a difference. There is a green arrow back there. He just wasn't going ahead and capping it. So yeah, everybody's been wanting to see stuff from OCTANE, so I figured I'd go ahead, I would throw it out there. I know it's a 10's and it's not a team scrim, but hopefully you guys still enjoy the content. I want to see the full scoreboard here in a second because Weskin seemed to play really well. OCTANE died a couple times on rotations there to him. Let's go ahead and let's pause this. So Shotzzy with 39, rated with 36. Wow. In terms of OCTANE, he went 25 and 19. Most of the times an AR like that isn't going to go ahead and drop 40 bombs, right? Unless it's like a really good game. Most of the time that's not going to happen. But man, Shotzzy and rated, even Zuma with the 33, you can tell that there was definitely a performance, a slaying difference from one team to the other. So 250 to 56. OCTANE's team with the complete domination on that hard point on Gunrunner. So down in the comments below, let me know if you like stuff like this. I figured everybody's been asking for OCTANE, even though it's not a Seattle scrim. I figured I could throw it on my channel, see if you guys like it. Something a little bit different. Maybe it'll break up the week a little bit. So if you have any comments, leave them down below. If you're new around here, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you head on your way. Leave a like before you head off to the next video, and thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode.